They still found thousands of classified emails. And he goes up, and this is where really caught my attention. He said, and we found 7 email chains that had special access programs. Now, most people have no idea what that even means. That's above top secret, okay? Top secret is the highest clearance, but then you have what they have called compartmentalization.
Yeah.
In my career, I've only maybe a couple times been read on to, SAPs. And SAPs are no joke. Like, when you go to review these documents, they're in a folder with a cover sheet. I don't get to handle these until I'm in a secured space. Now, I worked in a SCIF, but even in the SCIF, where everybody in there has a top secret clearance, I can't have these at my desk. All right, because they don't want somebody walking by and shoulder surfing and seeing what's in there because they don't have a need to know. So in that case, what happens is you go to your security officer. They first of all check to see if you're on the list. Then they do the combination, open up the safe, pull out that document, sign it out, hand carry it with you to a safe room where you can review these documents, and then they take them back. And so you're basically the only time you're ever alone with these documents is when you're sitting in this like little secured area. And so the fact that there were 7 of those, 7 email chains with these SAPs on them in her personal private email server in her home, there's no way you even get those out of a SCIF and out of the hands of the security manager without knowingly violating the law.
So you're saying this was part of the 33,000 emails that were deleted off her Gmail?
No.
Like her Gmail, right?
These ones were found. So who knows how many were in the deleted ones?
Thousands and thousands.
There could be. We don't know.
But this was on her personal email.
Her personal,
like a Gmail.
No. This was a personal server that was being used to basically get around FOIA.
It was located in New Jersey, correct?
Yeah, Chappaquiddick.
Chappaquiddick, okay.
In the basement bathroom of her home.
Yes.
So she was stealing documents.
So we call that in the government we call that espionage.
Right.
The legal definition of espionage, it fits. And I'll remind you, at that time, there was a naval, I think it was a submariner, who had been thrown in jail for doing nothing more than taking a picture of his hot rack.
Yeah,
a hot rack's basically it's like a cot,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's anything on
the sub's considered class.
SCI, and so.
So, yeah, this guy though got thrown in jail for something that really wasn't a national security threat, but yet Hillary Clinton has SAPs on her server, and the only reason she has that server, because here's the thing: so in the government, everything has to be done on government computers. The reason is because of the Freedom of Information Act. They do not want some secret deals going on that cannot be verified at some point in time later. Yeah. And so the only reason that she had that server was to get around.
For sure.
That's my presumption, but that is what.
So even the existence of it
absolutely
was nefarious.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah. So this is all going down. You have Comey admit in that interview that there was evidence that you had foreign adversaries that had accessed that server. So I'm talking to my buddies, from my days working at NSA, and I'm like, hey man, you seen this? This certainly looks like to me, and we all had the same thought. It's a Dropbox. You put some documents there, foreign enemies hack into it, get those documents, and now you can claim, oh, I didn't know they were going to do that.
By hack, you mean sign into it.
Right. So I saw this, and the moment I saw that, I knew at that moment that everything that I had heard was true. They were going to cover this up, because the next words out of his mouth are, but no reasonable prosecutor would bring a case against somebody for this. She was just unsophisticated. And I'm like, are you kidding me? She was the Secretary of State. That means that she was at least, at minimum, a derivative classifier, which means she went through all the training. She had signed all of the non-disclosure agreements and everything. She knew damn well what she was doing.
100%.
So at this point, now I'm kind of like, crap, what the hell am I going to do? And so I ended up having to blow the whistle. And I remember the night I came home and I told my wife. And we were living in Maryland, Union Bridge at the time. And I come home and I was not my normal talkative self. And my wife, And we're laying in bed, and she goes, "What's up with you? You're not talking. You're not saying anything. Something's up. I can tell." And I just said, "I think I got to blow the whistle on the FBI." And she sits up and goes, "What?" And then her next question was, "Why does it have to be you? Why can't somebody else do it? You're just a contractor."
That's a fair question.
It is. And I told her, I said, if not me, then who's going to do it? I mean, clearly I'm not the only person that's seen these, but nobody, as far as I know, is willing to do that. I mean, these guys that work there at the Bureau that are government employees, they probably got pensions, families,
Thanks for watching this clip from the Culture War podcast. We're live every Friday, 10 a.m. to noon, so subscribe and come hang out.